penalties and special teams, but I mean the kids showed me a lot yesterday, so I think we're excited to get back to work and get another game under our belt.
Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot you can't comment on referee-wise about for the Florida, the FHSAA, and I don't want to get you guys in trouble or anything, but when your reaction on the sideline as you see those seconds ticking off without any kind of signal, either a ball spot or a touchdown call or anything.
My reaction was you got a beep, can you beep this out? No, my reaction was just I couldn't believe it really, and but like I said, it happens, and that's why you can't let it come down to that. You got to try to put teams away when you have a chance, and we had that chance and we didn't do it. So I mean I really don't know what. I mean, I think it was clear from us on the sidelines and from everybody else that there was a couple touchdowns that we probably weren't called. So, but that I'm sure that they didn't do it. Never mind. I'll be quiet off that.
You said you sure they didn't do it on purpose?
Yeah, I mean it was they made a judgment call, and whether it was the right one or not, we would have to live with it and get better learn from our mistakes.
You guys watched the replay a bunch of times together?
Yeah. We have it on film, and then the kids watched it all on, I guess it was on SportsCenter last night, and they had a guy breaking it down. They said on the touchdown catch and the 2 quarterback sneaks, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm really not looking forward to seeing it.
I think one positive thing you guys can take out of it is that you're big guys, Jacoby, Nick, Kurt. They played outstanding. I mean, have you seen Jacoby throw the ball that well before?
I see him throw the ball that well every day in practice, but the people don't realize the amount of pressure he got in his face yesterday and still made throws. And I mean, he's incredible. He gets better every time he touches the football, and I think people underestimate him as a runner also. But man, he's a leader of this team without a doubt.
And then Nick, I mean, just another, a ho-hum, 9 catches, 150 yards on the day. I mean, he looked, especially on that final drive, the diving catch, and then that one play on the 4th and 5. Just talk about his day.
Well, it's Nick's a competitor. He's obviously gifted with a lot of talent, and you never know how teams are going to defend him when you come out. So it's hard to try to get a game plan together for him. And they kind of thought that they were going to treat him like anybody else, and that's not the way you treat Nick. So, but he had a great day, and he's going to have a great season also.
First, we'll start with I guess the Nick thing. Obviously.
The Nick thing, so we're calling it now?
The Nick situation.
Okay.
No. Obviously tough. I mean, I thought those kids kept their composure very good for the most part, except for maybe that one gesture. What was your take?
I can't tell you how proud we are, all of us, the administration, the coaching staff, everybody at Dwyer, how proud we are of the way the boys kept their composure for the most part. They were in somebody else's house, and what you didn't see on camera on ESPN is what the other team was doing, and but kids will be kids, and those kind of things happen, and I can tell you that Nick regrets it, but it was also heat of the moment kind of a thing, and but like I said, like you were asking, for the most part, they did a great job of keeping their composure and keeping looking at the big picture of what this is about. It's about it's about the next 14 weeks is what it's about. We hope so.
If high school football is truly about life lessons, what lesson did the boys learn yesterday?
That sometimes things just aren't in your control. That sometimes you're not going to get things aren't going to be fair. Life's not fair sometimes, and you got to roll with it, and you got to get better because of it. And it's kind of our we lost the battle that's going to win the war for us. We're going to use that a lot like last year when we lost our first game against Glade Central. We refocused some things, and we went on to run the table, like you said, and we won the state championship. So let's put that in the bag of tools and then move on, and that's where they pretty much are right now. They kind of looked at it pretty quickly and analyzed it and assimilated to where they need to go now. So they're good.
Things happen so fast on a high school football field. I mean, they really do. I mean, touchdowns, you're kicking off 30 seconds after a touchdown, that kind of thing. Did you have a full grasp of what was going on in those last 20, 30 seconds?
Did I personally?
Yeah, from your view. I'm not
I was on the goal line. I was on the goal line.
So you were on the goal line.
I was 3 yards off the sideline on the goal line, yeah.
And I mean, you just...
I didn't understand... I didn't understand, one, how they couldn't have... I guess I had a better angle on it. It looked to me like it was in, but again, it's a judgment call. I didn't understand why the clock wasn't stopped because of the pileup, is what I didn't understand. But again, like Coach Daniels has said too, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to worry about the officiating or worry about a turnover or something that you should put the game away. It shouldn't matter. You shouldn't put yourself in that position. Maybe if we had a timeout left, maybe if things had happened differently throughout the game, it would have been different. So
I guess one of the positives is that this game was almost an exhibition game as far as what your guys' goals are for this season, which is to win a Class 4A state championship. Glenville, Ohio, really doesn't have anything to do with that. What do you think the national audience that watched that game? What do you think they came away thinking?
I can't speak for the nation, but from what you've seen on the cyberspace and the blog world and everything, that they're not happy about it. Even people that aren't our fans to begin with weren't happy about it. I think people want to see they want to see a level playing field. They want to see a fair shake. They want everybody to get a fair shake, I think. And that being said, the Intersport net people, that's the company, Intersport Incorporated, who sets up these games for ESPN and Kirk Herbstreit, they were nothing but great to us. They did a great job putting this thing together. It's a major headache to do what they do. It's amazing what they pull off, and they were very good to us. ESPN was very good to us, Kirk Herbstreit. It's just one of those things. It happens, and I can, just for the record, I can tell you that officials that are used at those functions, at those kind of events, it's kind of like the way we do it here in Florida, where you try to get a crew that's from a different area than the teams that are playing, and they do the same thing up there. So they do everything they can to make sure that things are, the way they should be. So it's just one of those things. It happens.
So obviously no one said it, but obviously some fans would say it. So you think it was they just missed a call? There was no agenda. They just missed a series of calls.
You're a conspiracy theorist. Is that no? I think they just they didn't see it play the way I saw it, I guess. But that happens, like Coach Daniel said. So.